Alrighty, let's get into this. There was no way Boston was winning this game tonight. None. Right from the opening face-off, they were done. And I say that as a Boston fan. There was no chance. And if Game 4 works out like Game 3, we are going to witness another upset in the playoffs. This is why I didn't do a second chance bracket. I didn't even give it a shot because I thought, you know what? Nah. These playoffs have been so wildly unpredictable that even a second chance bracket, because we're all going to gravitate towards the favorites. We're going to go, well, that was a great first round, but, things will probably get back to a more normal. No, they're not. The Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. Full marks for the victory. And Sergei Bobrovsky, if I was giving out a Conn Smythe trophy right now, it goes to Bobrovsky. Absolutely. Anytime that the Jackets defense is kind of scrambly, he bails them out. It was a very loud, energetic crowd right off the start of the game. McAvoy hit a post early, and it's a very physical game. So again, Columbus with the hits. Let me take a look at the numbers on this. The hits were 53-28 for Columbus. 53 hits for Columbus. Block shots were 22-17 for Columbus. They did have 8 giveaways to the 5 for Boston, but those 53 hits, Boston's feeling it. Solid goaltending at both ends of the game, and then there are great saves by Bobrovsky late in the first. Boston with tremendous opportunities. Bobrovsky shuts it down, and then Boone Jenner from Nash and Harrington. It's 1-0 Columbus. These things happen, right? Krug then gets a penalty on Panarin as Panarin's falling down. Shouldn't have been a penalty, but it's fine. Boston kills it off. Whatever. Boston outshoots Columbus 12-10 in the first, but again, that goal by Jenner right after those fantastic saves by Bobrovsky, they really punctuate how this night's going to go. Second period, the Jackets were in control at the start of the second period. There was some scrambly play by both teams, but both goaltenders bailed their teams out. The Bruins get another penalty. So what happens out of that penalty? This is a legit penalty this time. Duchesne gets a power play goal from Foligno and Atkinson. And that was a combination of the most dominating power play I've seen Columbus execute in the playoffs and the most passive penalty kill I've seen the Bruins execute as well. You cannot have a penalty kill out there standing around that long. Columbus played it to a T. It was fantastic. Boston couldn't get that puck out of the zone. The Bruins were being dominated. And then all of a sudden life starts to show up. Boston starts showing that they really want this. And then DeBrusk scores from Krejci and Kuhlman. And I know there's going to be people talking about whether this goal should have counted or shouldn't have, but it should have. They've been counting these goals all season. They're just very rare. 19-21 of the second period. So 39 seconds to go in the first. And Jake DeBrusk ties it, or doesn't tie it, makes it 2-1. But the shots were 17-10 for Columbus in the second period. And I really didn't get the feeling Boston was going to get a sniff here. I really didn't. So third period, tight third period. And but Columbus has Bobrovsky in the zone. He was just dialed in tonight. This has been the best playoffs he's had by far. These playoffs, right now, Columbus, I don't know how far this can go, but I do think it can go into the next round. And when we see Columbus and Carolina, oh, can you say ratings? I'm just kidding. It's an amazing story that Columbus has been telling, and their fans had quite the fun watching this tonight. Goalposts are also fans of the Columbus Blue Jackets, as every time Boston got it past Bobrovsky, it would hit the post. And then Boston's best chance I put at 16 minutes. And I put that because I knew they weren't going to get a better chance than that. Bergeron, it's a rolling puck. He kind of halfway whiffs on it. Great save, Dubinsky. And overall, that's as close as they get. One of the big storylines out of this, Boston's top line has been a complete and total non-factor in this series. The Marchand, Pasternak, Bergeron line, complete and total non-factor. Columbus has neutralized it nicely. Boston did outshoot Columbus 14-7 in the third period, but again, when a goaltender's playing as well as Bobrovsky is, this is what ends up happening. Your final score is 2-1 for Columbus, which is also the score in the series. So this one didn't go to overtime tonight. Tuukka Rask saves 32 out of 34. You can't throw this one at Tuukka. Tuukka saved everything he could. Bobrovsky saves 34 out of 35. I can't say enough about how well Sergei Bobrovsky's playing and how he is completely stealing this series from the Boston Bruins. And just, great crowd, great experience. And again, I have no hard feelings towards the Columbus Blue Jackets as a Bruins fan right now. They're flat out beating us. This was quite the game. And again, I remember after game one where I said this one was close, and I saw some Bruins fans saying, yeah, it wasn't close. Columbus isn't in Boston's league. I think there are some fans in these playoffs that actually think that there's some kind of a separation between teams that just isn't there. Even the Carolina series where it's 2-0 for Carolina, there's been very little to choose between Carolina and the Islanders. If Brock Nelson hits a net once or twice that he didn't in that first game, we have a 1-1 series tie in that one too. These teams are so close to one another. When I see people talking about, this one's one-sided, that one's one-sided, I don't know what game they're watching, but this was as close as it gets. But once Columbus had that two-goal lead, and they're at home, the energy of the crowd, the play of Bobrovsky, and just there's this feeling that Columbus is up to something big now. And if they knock off Tampa and then they knock off Boston, that's a team that finished first overall and a team that finished third overall. Again, I'm not getting ahead of myself here. They only have to win 2 more games. Boston has to now win 4 out of 5. Or 3 out of 4, I should say. They have to win 3 out of 4. That's going to be a tough call against this team. Absolutely. 2 out of 4 maybe. The problem is they can only lose 2 games. And then they're out. So that'll be probably out in 6. So we'll see. But, for Columbus, this was a big win tonight. This was one they needed. Boston does not get home ice back. The pressure is squarely on Boston in Game 4. And we'll see what happens then. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And hey, these playoffs, as unpredictable as it gets. And next up tonight, Colorado and San Jose. And if anybody's going to say I'd really be surprised if Colorado wins, again, I don't know. Some people I don't think are necessarily watching these playoffs just as neutrally as possible. I know as fans, we want to see things a certain way, but just being as neutral as I possibly can be, these playoffs are really, really, really close. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.